Hey, what's up, guys? I'm TPV, and welcome to the Week 3 Pick'em Show. Today, I am not alone. I'm joined by three other people. Noah's here.
Hello.
Justin is here.
¿Qué pasa?
Okay, and special guest Ray is here.
What's up? What's up?
All right, so um, we're gonna really quickly go over the Week 3 results because we want to talk about the Week 4 games a lot, so we're just gonna do this real quick. So first up was the Gudras v the Swablues. Mandy ended up winning, which was what most people voted for. I believe she just, in the end, she outplayed Harley. It was a kind of close game, but she ended up winning. Um, Next up was the Sparse v the Raikus, Will versus Bash. Bash ended up winning again. That's what the Pick'ems voted for. It was just, I don't know. I don't remember the game too well. I think Bash played pretty well, and he was just able to win pretty easily. Am I wrong? Did anyone else watch it?
I remember that this is the first game that Aces kind of fell into the pattern we had a feeling he was going to do, being reliant on Volby.
No, this is Will.
This is Will.
This is Will.
Will.
Oh my god, whatever. Yeah, Will fell into that pattern. He was relying on Volby, and then I think Bash brought like a bunch of phasers.
Yeah.
Kind of screwed him over.
Mm-hmm. So next up, we had a bit of a upset. The Bishops v the Golurks. Chabs ended up winning. Only two people voted for him. You know, Spoink did vote for him. Spoink just gets every upset right. Yeah, he just. I don't remember this game too well either. Does anyone else?
I don't remember this now.
Yeah, okay. It was an upset. It was cool. We're just gonna run through these really fast. The Malamars v the Dynamo. Lowe versus Kyle. No one voted for Kyle because Lowe's just probably the best player in the league, and Lowe ended up winning. Cool. Okay. Next up was the Cricketoons v the Grumpigs. This was a very close match in the Pick'em. 6 votes for the Cricketoons, but the Grumpigs did end up winning. Yeah, Spoink he's been playing pretty well in general, and he's got at Pick'ems, so that's cool. I believe he had a Tauros that just did way more work than it should have, and he just played pretty well. Mimo just sort of, I don't know, he tried to outdamage his team, and it just didn't work because Spoink prepped better.
Yeah, the Tauros went kind of ham. Like it could have been a lot less of a threat, but he kept switching around on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
yeah.
You can't do that to a banded Tauros. You have to just sack something and then try to revenge.
Yeah, Mimo just sort of didn't play too great, wasn't able to do much damage to the team, and he ended up losing.
Picking against Spoink, unless he's against Low, is dumb.
Just auto pick Spoink.
All right.
You see Spoink on the schedule, just click him.
All right, so next up.
I do that whole season.
Next up was the Bewares versus the Electivires. 10 votes for the Bewares, but Carlos ended up winning. Good job, Carlos. Spoink couldn't predict this one. That's how crazy it was.
I helped him prep.
Yeah, Carlos.
Destin, why?
He played pretty well. So did Destin until he pulled out the Earth Power Crocodile.
Destin should have brought Taunt on 3 Mons.
Destin should have brought Earthquake on Crocodile.
I mean that too, but
that's what happens when you showdown glitches.
Yeah, that's just rip Destin. All right, moving on to the East. This is really bad, but don't worry, the discussion will be good. All right, so first up, Meloetta's v the Crobats. I voted for Noah, but he played terrible. Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's what happens when I'm awake for 34 hours.
Yeah. Noah just sort of sacked his Scizor and then sacked his Excadrill, and then, it was a pretty close game afterwards, but he couldn't really come back.
I tried to be like, hey, can we play later? I'm going to sleep. And he was like, no, I'm going to be asleep later. I'm like, oh, fuck.
All right. Next up was the Carnivines v the Gallades. This was about even. 5 votes for the Carnivines, 7 for the Gallades, but the Carnivines ended up winning. Barden played pretty well, and he just got a Lycanroc Dusk sweep, so good job, Barden. You gotta win.
Isn't this where Chu rage quit?
Possibly.
Yes.
Yes. Week 3, yeah.
Round 2. All right. Next up, we have the Tennessee Volks v the Charlotte Beedrills. 4 votes for the Volks, 8 for the Beedrills, and Aces ended up winning.
Wait, I voted for. Oh.
No, you didn't. But
I thought whatever.
Aces ended up winning. Good job.
I voted for Aces, whatever.
Yeah, Jake just hates overwhelming offense, and that's what Aces has.
Yeah.
Big surprise.
Pretty sure he lost to like Trappers.
He lost to Slow King too.
And he lost to I forget what he lost it to, or maybe this is another game, but I remember a trapping Heatran beating one of his like important mons, Cress as it was.
Yeah. Aces, he played better in general. And Jake, he tried to bring some heat, like Sun Emboar with Venusaur, and it just didn't work out for him. So that was an upset pick.
Cool. Yeah.
Next up, the Lipards Ray. Woo!
Woo!
Versus the Talonflames.
Somehow getting less votes than some other battles.
That game was interesting. Like it was, because I was trying to figure out how not to just get beat down by Bandit Arcanine, but luckily he didn't bring it.
Well, there you go. Good job.
I looked on his roster. I was like, I have no Arcanine checks. It just killed something.
Yeah, I didn't have a good Arcanine answer either in week 4, but we'll talk about that later. So next up was my game versus the Vulpix. Bandit Dougie, clean, and Unium Z. Okay, that was a good game. And then lastly, Justin, you got the forfeit win. Yeah, good job.
It was such a close game, man. You don't even know.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like you messed up, man. You should have took that 6-0, but you just gave up three kills, man.
Yeah,
man,
exactly. Like
I do.
who would have expected the Bandit Zapdos? But all right.
Dude, I know, dude. That thing just put in work.
Drill pecked the team.
I mean, nothing gets better than the in Mox Noah's no attacks baton pass.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. So now we can do
good prep.
We can do good stuff. Let's talk about week 4 and the matchups. So a few of these games have already been played, but we're gonna talk about them anyways. So oh wait.
Do we want to go over the rankings?
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Man, this is low quality. All right. So Spoink, he got 10 right. He's insane. Last week he got like 4 right, and now he gets 10. What's up with that?
Week 1 he also got.
Yeah.
I think he only missed like 2. Week 1 too.
It's crazy. Spoink is Spoink. Let's see. Destin went 3-9. I think he voted for all upsets, so that was cool. Carlos and Harley also didn't do that great.
Well, Carlos only voted for the West.
That's
or the
fair.
East, I forget.
So Carlos did pretty good. I think he went 5-1.
Yeah, he only missed one of the ones he voted for.
But he's 5-7 because he didn't vote. Vote Carlos. You won't get points if you don't. All right. But yeah, now we can talk about discussion. Huh. Okay. All right. So first up is the Chelsea Swablues v the Moncton Malamars. 2 votes for the Swablues, 11 for the Malamars. Yeah. So who wants to start on this matchup?
I'm not even just going to go in the matchup. I think a lot of people just are voting Malamars based on low skill and Harley's kind of lack of performance so far. The kind of really shows in a lopsided in this case. But as for the matchup itself, Hiram kind of goes in for the most part in the team because nothing really switches in to take a hit very well. Ferrothorn, Spadef maybe, but
yeah, Kiram's pretty good here.
I did some mocks with low, and Terrakion is a huge threat. Like his Terrakion answers aren't very prevalent. You know, you have like Ferrothorn kind of it's forced to make decisions on if it wants to get up hazards or if it wants to predict Terrakion coming in, because if Terrakion gets a safe switch in, it kind of just clicks a button.
It does, yeah.
I did some mocks for Harley, and like Terrakion, it's rough. But on Low's side, Latias is insane because Harley doesn't have speed
Lottie
tiers.
is a problem. Yeah.
It outspeeds
that was
the entire
most
team.
Troubling mon on his side. Lottie and like Pharaoh, like killing Pharaoh with rain up was like another problem for Harley's team, because like you have to, his team is kind of like annoyed by Pharaoh. Like you can put HP fire on everything you want, but if rain is up, what is it gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pharaoh was pretty good.
So yeah, like if Low can keep Pharaoh healthy and deal with Mimikyu, he has to find a way to deal with Mimikyu, because Mimikyu can take at least 2 mons before it dies.
Yep.
Like, because if he doesn't have like Thunder Wave on Pharaoh, like Mimikyu, I can see Mimikyu getting 2 kills, maybe even more before it dies. And if Low's team is weak, and Mimikyu can just clean up.
Yep. Mimikyu was really good in this matchup. Anyone else got anything to say?
Low is a good player.
Low is a good player. That's why I voted for Low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always have to go with Low, like just on, unless the matchup is terrible and he's going up against somebody really good. Like you should be, it's a safe pick. But this match, he should have to work for it. Just because of all the threats on Harley's side.
Yeah.
But the big spoiler was Spoink voting going with Harley this week, though. Mr. Pick'em King decided to
Spoink did vote for
Harley.
He wants to be the only one to get a point there.
Exactly. Well, Destin did too, but he votes for literally every upset. So. But
like the risk versus reward is so low, but they're like, hey, I want to be the one person that picked Harley.
But yeah. So let's move on. So next up in the West, we got the Grumpigs and the Dynamo. So this was 11 votes for the Grumpigs, 2 for the Dynamo. Anyone want to get started on that one?
Spoink's a good player.
Mars looking over matchups. Let's see, Grumpigs and then Dynamo.
Yeah, so Manaphy is really good in this matchup because its B tier isn't too great, but just the coverage with Ice Beam and Scald, and then Psychic for Tentacruel, that's pretty good against Kyle's team.
Thundurus is a good Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah, Thundy goes in hard.
Thundy's pretty good here too. There's a lot of things on Spoink's side that can do a lot of work. Like even, Metagross and Nihilego. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't see his overall, I don't see Kyle's overall win con in this game,
I don't either. Because, Spoink has checks to, every potential win con that Kyle has. Like, Bulu can, it can take on a few mons, but then there's the Nihilego. Lucario can take on a few mons, but it's not really killing a Metagross. It's not really great for him.
Like, Dragonite gets hard stopped by Scarf Nihilego, and then, Metagross can take it on as well.
And Whimsicott's, it's got Prankster. It can encore stuff. Yeah, this is really rough for Kyle.
AV Bulu can take a hit.
A hit?
I mean, depends on what. It's not taking Sludge Wave from Thundy, or...
Oh, wait, I guess Sludge Wave... Oh, right.
Yeah. Even, Hidden Power Flying, because, it's a flying type.
Thundurus is a good Pokemon.
Is there anything on Kyle's side?
That beats Thundurus? Not really.
Yeah, not really. Just, that's good in general. I don't think so.
His best Thundy check is bulky Raichu. That's not good.
Yeah. Maybe a bulky Rhyperior, depending on the coverage he brings.
Well, if he brings Grass Knot, then it's screwed.
Thundy, the issue...
He's bringing Grass Knot.
Well, the thing is, AV or Rindoberry is of course the best way to do it. Like AV won't take too much from Thundy unless it's like two. Because like AV, like I've gone up against like AV Rhyperior. It's really fat.
Yeah, and Thundy it sort of has 4 moveset syndrome. It can't run Nasty Plot and Agility and T-Bolt and
Agility and coverage for everything.
Exactly.
Right. That's gonna be the problem. He's got to make his choice. But the thing is, does he need against a team like that? Does he need Nasty Plot?
No,
not really.
And he only needs Grass Knot and T-Bolt. That's it.
Yep, that's literally all he needs.
Sludge Wave.
Sorry, Sludge Wave.
Sludge Wave, Grass Knot, and T-Bolt is all he needs. Yeah. He doesn't need to even boost. Like those moves kind of Oko.
Hey, what about Raichu?
I mean, he needs to outspeed the Cryo and the Raichu and the Kazam.
But yeah. So Thundy's good.
Those threats are out of the way. Thundy kind of just can go in.
Yeah. All right.
Like Noah said, Thundy's a good Pokemon.
Thundy's a good Pokemon. All right, let's move on to the next matchup in the West. The Electivires versus the Bisharps. So
all right, so I'm gonna mostly talk about this because I prepped with Carlos. So Tornadus is a good Pokemon. Really, it fucks up Carlos's team. He can't really do much against it. There were 2 main sets that we were worried about when prepping. One was AV Tornadus, and the other one was Taunt. Both of them have different checks, and it's kind of like he would have like he just had to have so many different Pokemon just to beat Tornadus that he probably like couldn't beat the rest of his team, so he had to like commit to only like a couple checks that could beat like one of the either like AV or Taunt. So and then also he can't really, because he likes to set up a lot, but phasing Hippowdon is a big issue. And that kind of fucks up any type of setup he wants to do. So just the combination of those 2 mons, plus I kind of used some Heat Bronzong sets. That really fucked him up. He doesn't really have any Slurpuff answers. But on Carlos' side, Keldeo could do some things. He had a pretty Heat Bisharp set. He changed it. Depending on the Tornadus, Gligar actually Gligar beats AV Tornadus, and Gligar generally just beats the entire team. Honestly,
other than Suicune and Sneasel.
Well, with Suicune, I kind of found out through the matchup that most Suicune sets against Carlos's team kind of suck. And there happens to be 1 or 2 Suicune sets that are pretty good, and he may or may not have brought one.
Yeah, because like if Suicune's not like some kind of phasing set, like Keldeo can set up on it forever. Cosmo can set up on it forever.
True.
So yeah,
Gastrodon doesn't care about it. Period.
As long as Takeo didn't throw and bring shit sets, I think he definitely has the advantage.
Yeah, but so looking at some more stuff on the more general picture, just some good things on Carlos's side, I guess. If Bronzong is gone, Snorlax could actually do a lot of work here. Because
Snorlax does do a lot of work, but it doesn't. I don't like. I don't think it O-code Hippowdon at fully Fizzitive.
Sure. Well, Curse and Belly Drum aren't the only sets. You could bring an AV set would really take on Torn pretty well, I think. And it also lets him run the coverage like EQ, return,
it takes
and
on
crunch.
Torn, but then Torn can just U-turn out or knock it off. Like,
okay.
The problem with Torn is that Gligar and Snorlax were his best answers, and depending on the set, they're both shit against like a Tornadus set. So
yeah,
it was just really hard for Carlos. Torn is a major issue.
Yeah, he doesn't have good bird spam issues or switch-ins.
Yeah.
aside from the Torn, though, if Torn died, Vileplume actually does a shit ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That was a really big issue. Like when I was mocking,
Mm-hmm.
this Vileplume is actually really good in this matchup.
SD Bishop could also do a bit of work here, depending on what Takio brings and if he can weaken the hip powder or not.
Yeah, but Heatwave Oko's.
Sucker Punch, I'm sure Oko's at +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
then you could switch into Hip Powder and
Okay,
then
whatever.
phase that
We're
bitch
moving
out.
on. All right. Next up in the West.
I would give this like a 75-25.
Next in the West is the
Takio.
Gudras versus the Bewares. So yeah, all right. 2 votes for the Gudras, 11 for the Bewares. I voted for the Gudras because Destin's not playing well or prepping well. So yeah, I'm one of the 2 votes. But looking at the matchup here, looking at on Mandy's side, Zygarde 10% and Jolteon both outspeed all of Destin's team. And, Zygarde can actually do a lot of work here. Aside from a bulky Decidueye, it sort of runs through this entire team, or a bulky Cloyster, I guess. But that thing's a huge threat for Destin. So yeah, I feel like that could do a lot of work. There's also Victini, which is always hard to switch into. Because, V-Create plus U-Turn is, like, it's so good against this team. Like, it's not even funny.
But in the opposite corner, you have Mandy's team, which has the same old problem of struggling with just hazards or rocks, period. And Destin has no shortage of possible setters. A couple mods on the team do really well. Chandelure, for example, has an extremely good matchup here. Undy has a pretty good matchup if you get rid of a Moongus. Like, I see Crook has a solid matchup here. Destin has just a lot of mods you don't even really need to go really in depth with. They kind of just go right on in on her team.
That's fair. I just feel like, in general, I think, like, just Scarf Victini is just so good against this team that, it can sort of break through everything. Like, I don't think he has a switch in, barring prediction. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, so he's just
kind of a problem.
I don't know. Destin has been playing well, but Meaver has Mandy to a lesser extent, so I don't know. It could go either way, but I think based on matchup, I'm just going to go with Destin.
Just whip out the Wish Jolteon.
There we go.
Hey, you joke, but watch that come and just run house.
Hey, I brought it in a
whole
mock
65 HP.
That's enough when Feeny only has 70. Feeny's got 70, Jolteon got 65. That's enough. All right.
There we go.
He is that desperate for wish passing, so yeah.
Yeah, like you throw up a wish and you volt switch, or you signal beam the crocodile. I don't know.
If only she had another form of removal, period.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah, that's kind of going to be important to pick up some sort of removal.
Yeah, so Destin, he's gonna be able to set up hazards pretty freely, and he's got the Smeargle to do it pretty well, and he has a ton of rock setters, so that's kind of rough for Mandy, but she's got a few things on her side too. I voted for Mandy. No one else did, except for Harley. Go Harley. So yeah, we ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
All right. So next up we have the Winnipeg Golugs versus the San Antonio Sparse.
Zygarde's pretty good.
Cool. So, looking at the matchup, let's see.
Zygarde's pretty good.
I have not been very pleased with Chap's performance this season, so that definitely led to my personal reasoning of why I went with going with Will this time.
I think Zygarde's pretty good, but Kyurem's pretty good too.
Yeah, same. Will's gonna have to show me another set besides just Volbeat passing. Like, if he tries to bring that again, it's not gonna work against this team. Like, Zygarde just clicks 1,000. Like, where's the 1,000 arrows check? Like where is it? Breloom?
Yeah,
like somewhat of an extent. Toxic Heal
Breloom. Like, I'm gonna have that's a must bring. Yeah, and even then, like if he has like a Tech HP flying or something to bop it.
And like,
Also, I don't know how he beats Rotom Wash because Breloom, but then it's burned and then
Well, Poison Heal.
I'm expecting if Balloon comes, it's
yeah,
definitely
Poison Heal is probably good.
yeah, but okay, if Volt switches into Blacephalon, and then his only answer to that is Toxapex, like,
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Volt switch into like Celebi. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got multiple
sure.
Pokemon to take advantage of the incoming, the one check, like the check Toxapex, and then Toxapex gets set up on. Like this is gonna be rough for Will because Toxapex is gonna be very pressured by Blacephalon and Swellow and
Yeah.
all the special offense. I feel like Toxapex is gonna be very pressured because it's kind of like his only thing that's gonna take a special hit from some of these big threats on Chaz's side. So yeah, I definitely gotta go with Winnipeg on this one.
I just feel like if Chabs is able to keep up momentum and bring in his offensive threats, I don't see Will like dealing with them well. Like even Donphan doesn't have reliable recovery, and that's his, I guess, his more quote unquote standard Zygarde check.
Yeah,
like I don't know, it's just rough. And even then, like,
it's rough.
It's rough. That's all I gotta say. Pause. What?
I mean,
What?
see.
What?
Fuck.
The one thing I've always said about
Hold on.
Oh my god! What? Just say something.
I didn't mean that. Here.
I will say one.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, me. Okay. One thing I've been saying about what was it for Chabs for ages though? How he doesn't have. I think was it a dark type or something like that? Like
he doesn't have a dark type.
Hurt him a bit. He could bring something like Delphox that could spam psychic moves for the most part.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
He does have Piloswine the God. I think Piloswine takes on Delphox pretty well.
Yeah, it does get thick fat. You put it in Spadef and HP. Okay, Piloswine to Delphox answer. I see that.
Delphox hits for days. It will wall Delphox for a long time.
I have not seen
like
Calcs, but
grass
that seems good. Man, I just see Zygarde and Blacephalon just winning. All right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Noah, get your thing out before we move on. What were you saying?
I thought I voted for the Volks, but apparently I voted for the Murkos.
You know what? I looked on last Sunday night. It was a week ago. I can't remember. But the week's already started. That's what you voted for. I don't care. Okay.
The game hasn't been played yet.
All right. Let's move on. So next up,
Crickettoons.
Yeah, Raikous versus Crickettoons. 11 votes for the Raikous, 2 for the Crickettoons. Oof. Who wants to start on this one?
Mimu's answers to Zero Aura doesn't exist.
Does it get Ice Punch?
No, but HP Ice is better versus Landers anyways.
Yeah, that's fair.
Does it OHKO?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Mixed set won't. If it's more invested, though, it probably will.
It doesn't get recovery. That's what matters.
Bitch ain't gonna be full invested special tag.
My God, get out of here.
Hello, who brings fully special Zero Aura? That's
all right. Calm Mind Zero Aura sweeps. There you go. It's fully special.
There you go. There's your special.
All right, but yeah. So Zero Aura is pretty good. Como is pretty good. If Milotic gets killed, man, yeah. Oh, Z Como.
He can't really beat Tangrowth, can he? Conk and Darm.
Yeah, I'm sure like Guts.
Sky Strike Lando.
Yeah, he's got options. It's just it's not. It's still pretty good. It can take on B pretty well. It can take on non-Z-Fly Lando and Milotic. So it's all right here. Let's see.
Yeah, but as long as he properly scouts for like the Z-Fly, he can kind of run away and come back in.
Yeah. So I think the biggest issue for Bash is definitely going to be the Darmanitan, because like he sort of needs to bring sort of a Blastoise to take it on, or like a bulky Como, and that's not what he wants to bring. He wants to bring offensive Como. He doesn't Blastoise, it's not terrible, but it's not amazing in this matchup. So, Darm is going to be a bit of an issue, but I'm sure he can play around it fine.
Yeah, I think looking at his roster, Blastoise is kind of the only thing that even pretends to take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Uxie, I guess like Uxie, if it's like really, really fast, it can take one hit. Like it can come in once.
Yep. And even then, it gets U-turned on and like.
Yep. It takes a chunk, and then the next time it's not a check anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
I'm
Blastoise.
looking at the max FizzDef Uxies. That's barely taking one, even at max.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's oof.
That does a lot. Yeah, Darm is a really, really powerful mon this game, especially against a team that offensive. Like his best check is like you said, the Blastoise, and that gets you turned on into the Zero or the God, and then.
Oh, he don't have Zero Aura.
I mean, my bad. Zero is on his team. It gets you turned on to
Magneton, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like.
Where I see Bash's win condition is setting up hazards so Darm gets worn down and then kind of get Zero in to break stuff.
He has Lycanroc, dude. I mean, I honestly think Darm's like it'll get 2 kills probably, but like it's not that hard to revenge it.
Yeah, we're grasping at straws here. It's the best thing.
Here's the thing: the question isn't whether or not Darm gets kills. It's gonna get kills this game. The question is,
it's gonna get kills, but what else does Mimo have?
The thing is, though, it depends on what Darm gets kills on. If Darm gets rid of certain Keymons, like if it somehow gets rid of Zero Aura or he gets rid of Tangrowth, he can open the door for things like Lando to come on in and start wreaking havoc.
Exactly.
I don't see Bash throwing that fucking hard and switching in a Zero Aura against the Darm.
That's not the point. It's like, oh, Blastoise is weak. What am I gonna sack?
Just sack the Blastoise and
sack the damn Blastoise. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it. It's not like, I wonder what's more important to my team.
Yeah, but okay, you don't.
I don't think it's good odds for Mimo, but I wouldn't say Mimo is completely out of the race.
No, I mean, the differential is going to be close. I just don't think like he's going to win. I think it's a 70-30 for Bash.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
I think Mimo could win. I didn't vote for him, but who knows? I think Darm could do a lot. I also think if he's able to either kill Mandibuzz or it doesn't come, then Miss Magius can actually do a lot in this matchup. It's Z, so it can probably take a knockoff from Zero Aura. It's I could see that doing work, but overall I agree. It's in Bash's favor.
I could see like maybe a like Z-Fly fucking
Lando.
Lando.
What's the move that boosts speed? Fuck.
What?
Rock Polish.
Rock Polish.
Yeah,
I could see Z-Fly Rock Polish.
If he properly uses his Z-Fly on the Tangrowth, then he weakens things like Uxie. I can see that actually cleaning up late game if he plays it correct. But that's going to be about how he plays that. If he blows his Z-Fly on a non-Tangrowth mon, like I guess like
Fly's a good move.
It is, but like
I don't think it's killing unboosted. Yeah, maybe Double Dance will come. I don't know. EQ plus Fly. That's pretty
honestly, yeah. Double Dance, fucking just EQ Fly.
I can see that doing work.
I can't. Not against that team. His team is way too offensive to set up two moves. Like it's gonna be real hard.
He's got a Tangrowth. He's got a fucking Mandibuzz. He's got
Tangrowth
a goddamn.
Is clicking HPIs. Get out of here. Okay.
Tangrowth is definitely bringing HPIs.
Yeah, that's true.
And nothing dies.
Mandibuzz is clicking foul play, and Lando is gonna take a chunk. HPIs from Tangrowth.
Fucking Uxie. What is Uxie doing, Jack?
Uxie can use ice move.
It gets ice punch. Ice
punch. It's gonna do a full 30. Ice punch.
Okay,
do a
or
full
like
30.
Memento or Trick
75 attack plus intimidate ice punch.
Memento or Trick Room. It can't do anything against that.
Yeah, because Trick Room Zero Aura is really fucking good.
Okay, you Trick Room into a mon that isn't Zero Aura. There we go.
But the thing is, like,
let me tell you about Trick Room Deoxys Speed, man. That's a good Pokemon.
All right, let's move on. We're done.
Next game.
We're on to the East. Finally. Okay, first up is the Crobats v the Lipards. Oh, Noah, you're fucked.
This is probably my hardest matchup of the season, if I'm being honest. Like, weather is just something my team doesn't want to face. He got multiple kinds of weather.
Yeah,
So
this
yeah, like if I
multiple.
picked, I would pick against myself this week.
I
picked
wouldn't.
you, so
Here's the thing: you're better than Noah, so. Oh, there you
Oof.
go.
Even if you say that, like, so sometimes you just some mons just get kills, and you look like, what am I gonna do?
All right, what about that? Man, yeah, you don't have the matchup here, but I think it's sort of the same thing where with what Justin said about Mimo is, if you can get a kill on something that's crucial on Noah's team, then it's just gonna open the doors because like, Azu, it's pretty good, but then he's got like Heliolisk or maybe
Yep.
he's got so if you kill the Heliolisk, Azu wins. So like, I feel like that's sort of the scenario with like a lot of your team. Like Flygon is really good unless he brings Togekiss. So like if you can kill the Togekiss, Flygon can do really good. So I feel like it sort of depends on how Noah plays, and if he's able
got
to
the
preserve
shit
all of
mod.
his mons. All right, Noah, you're
Flygon's
gonna
so
get
shit.
you're gonna get swept by Flygon.
I don't give a no.
about to
I'm not
run
gonna sweep
your
by
train.
Flygon. You can sweep with anything else, bro. I had Flygon for 2 seasons. That thing is dog shit.
You're gonna get swept by Flygon now,
I'm
Noah.
running
Yeah.
train
Oh,
with
you
you
can
Flygon.
you can sweep with anything else, bro. I'm gonna kill that fucking Flygon. It
Nope,
might it'll
Flygon
get
about
one
to
it'll
sweep-
get, bro. It'll
sweep
get
the
one
shit
kill
out of you.
max. It'll get one kill max.
Can't
He's
kill
gonna sweep the
Flygon
shit
if
out of
he
you.
doesn't bring it.
That's fine. You can fucking sweep me if like just don't bring the Flygon. That thing's dying.
Flygon
yeah.
is 6-0.
Flygon sucks dick.
Yeah. I
I'm
bet
running
he's not
train
even
with
bringing it.
The only way I fucking no wait yeah no
There's ways
Flygon-
Flygon can't sweep you. I'm not gonna lie.
Flygon can sweep
Flygon
you.
about to run train,
Flygon
bro.
sucks ass, dude.
All right, so but
Alright,
looking
get
at
this
Noah's
man.
side, Excadrill's pretty good. King's is pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bewear's not bad. Ah,
Like he has a
Yeah.
shit ton of threats.
Yeah,
Like,
Like
swoop
this
at.
is a terrible matchup.
All right.
It's really bad.
the Swoobat versus the Hoopa U team. Oof. Hey,
Bad.
just click U-turn on the Switch. There you go. I'm
Yeah,
sure Swoobat will kill.
Swoobat's 6-0ing.
57 attack. Okay, you know what? Klefki doesn't exist. Arrow doesn't exist. Swoobat is winning.
Swoobat's winning.
Rubat's gonna click Psychic 6 times and win.
Yeah.
I-
It's
I've
Okoing everything.
got some. I picked up Swoobat for a reason, bro. Just wait. I've got shit.
All right.
Move on.
Pocket.
Oh yeah.
Got
it.
Are we
Okay.
done? Let's move on.
Yeah,
We-
we're done.
We hear Swoobat talk. We move on. All right.
Y'all
so
say that. Just wait.
next up is me
fucking
versus
wait.
Jordan. 11 votes for me, 1 for Jordan. So looking at the matchup
I don't
here.
know, man. Spoink voted against you. That might be it.
Oh fuck! It's
Yep,
Spoink.
Spoink voted against Low too. Fucking.
Yeah,
What's he
Spoink.
doing?
Spoink is a madman. But
Spoink just he does really good one week and then he fucking throws.
I don't know,
True.
TP. Might be time to click X right now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But so looking at the matchup here, I'd say it's actually pretty even because on both of our sides we have a lot of mons that are really good against the other. Like Arcanine is so good against my team. My answer is like Quillfish taking a lot from Wild Charge and not having any recovery. So
Electric Pokemon are pretty good against Jordan.
Yeah,
I did
mean-
mention this to TP. Yeah.
yeah, Justin was
Fairy
like, "Oh,
types
bring
are great
Modem."
against Jordan.
I didn't bring Modem. The spoiler. I didn't. Yeah, Modem. Modem sucks. He has answers to Modem. His
Hey, you wanna
team
give me
like
Modem, then?
outspeeds it. Yeah. So my
Like I can see a Spec Sylveon just 6-0
Yeah,
because
so-
his fairy resist is a Crobat.
I was thinking
Oh yeah.
I was gonna bring. Well, he has an Empoleon. But
I mean, yeah, that too, but
so I was thinking I want to bring Sylveon, but I couldn't decide in a set because like Specs and Calm Mind and like defensive were also good. So I went with an unset, and we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, so I'd say it was pretty even. Arcanine had a good matchup. Greninja actually had a really good matchup because it can do so many things. Like he could bring Z Gunk Shot for Sylveon, or like Z Dig from Alolan Muck. He just had so many things he could do. And then just Dark plus Water is pretty good. And then throwing in U-turn so Cardont doesn't really take it on well. It's really good against my team. He's also got speed tiers down because of the Crobat and the Greninja. I do have Noivern, but Crobat outspeeds that. It was, yeah, it was pretty even.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on?
Yeah, next one.
All right.
Back in the East. So we got the Murkrows v the Volks. 3 votes for the Volks, 7 for the Murkrows. What the fuck?
I voted for the Volks.
You did not.
Now, if this was made like a week later, I probably would have been the Volks, just because we all know who's not showing up.
Even if he was showing up, bro, I voted for him.
All right. So let's look at the matchup here.
I'm pissed.
All right. Let's see. Dude. All right. So looking at the matchup, even though this game might not get done, it might, but probably not.
Fuck.
So looking at the matchup here,
it might get done, just not by the coach you see now.
Yeah.
Right.
So So Lazo's pretty good. But then there's a Slowking. Man, I don't know.
I mean, this is another matchup where Mamo goes in.
Yeah, Mamo's really good here, but then there's a Slowking again. Huh.
I mean,
freeze dry.
With rocks up, Mamo too goes Slowking.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Oh
EQ
yeah,
was a good move.
I use Slowking in my league, and it's a soft Mamo check.
Yeah.
Adamant Life Orb Earthquake does a lot.
Yeah, man, Mamo's pretty good here.
It does like 40, 43, 44-ish. So yeah, with the rocks up, it's gonna be close.
How much does freeze dry do?
Probably it does 0. It's
a lot less than
Slowking.
Earthquake.
Yeah, get out of here.
A lot less than Earthquake.
But
Nah, freeze dry is sick.
We've said this about Ace's teams all the way back in PRs, how he had that giant fire and fighting weakness, and although the FAs they made did patch it up, I see like Unburdened Hitmonlee going in on this team a bit.
Mm-hmm. I also feel Unburdened Hitmonlee. I also feel like Yen Mega with HP Ground also goes in on this team, because Tinted Lens Bug Buzz is like insane here. Like, I'm sure it beats Aromatisse, which is, and like, I'm sure it beats Scolipede, which resists normally. Like, if he can get rid of Heatran or click HP Ground on the switch, Bug Buzz is claiming a KO whenever it comes in. I see why people voted for Zach, but Aces in the past few weeks he's played pretty well, and I think he can pull it out, especially with the Scolipede. Like, if Zapdos goes down, Scolipede can sort of just run through the team.
And even with Zapdos around, with hazards up, like, I'm pretty sure Z Rock Slide probably does a lot after rocks.
Like, what's his Scully answer? I don't see it at all.
Yeah.
Like,
he could bring a bad Silvally type. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like, what is it? Mawile?
Big Shuckle? Wait.
Hey, he does have a Silvally, man. That's
Mawile checks. He could bring that. Too bad it sucks.
Yeah, if he brings Shikaberry, it's a pretty good check. Yep, Intimidate. But Mawile's defenses are abysmal. Like, resisted hits do a lot. Like,
man.
Like, I almost had to remember in my league that, Mawile is not Mega Mawile. If you switch it in on resisted hits, it does a lot.
Poison Jab does so fucking much.
But so I think it's just gonna come down to what moves he brings on Scolipede, whether it speaks or not.
It's gonna be the move.
Why wouldn't he bring fucking dual stab EQ?
He has to, because then, like, is he gonna do enough to Zapdos with that?
Nope.
He has to run
hold on. Does he even need the P-Jab? Shaman.
Oh, yeah.
Mega Horn.
No. Because Mega Horn.
Wait.
I don't even think he needs the fucking Poison Jab.
Well, if he runs Slide and not Quake, then Savali Steel can wall it.
And
bitch,
then,
just bring
like, even with
Slide EQ Horn.
That's probably the best 3 moves you can have.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Or are you gonna be? Are you gonna be Z? You have to be Z Rock, right? Because like I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
Zapdos takes a regular rock slide.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely does.
Plus
So
2.
then that,
Yeah, +2
yeah,
normal rock
it can
slide.
still it still can win though. Yeah, just with
Yeah.
those 3 moves, that's probably gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Scolipede.
Even
regret
if it
my
doesn't clean,
decision.
I think it's gonna be able to do a lot to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad Zapdos is gonna be sub Baton Fest.
Oh my god, get out of here.
All right, get this man out of here.
All right, moving on. When Noah brings up an unset, that's when it's time to move on. So, looking at the East, we have the Michigan State Meloettas versus the Tampa Rays. 1 vote for the Meloettas, 10 for the Rays.
What the fuck is this?
Disrespectful.
All right.
That's so disrespectful.
I'm getting raped.
He has Coco Lucha. He's gonna whoop your.
Ray.
butt.
Here's
You
the
know,
thing.
Ray.
The only thing is the reason I have a chance is
Yes.
because fortunately I got that busted trade for Rotom Heat beat Claydol. Rotom Heat actually can wall Coco, which is
Must be nice.
Yes,
What is
it
this
can.
Rayquaza give? What is he doing?
Here's the
oh,
thing.
you
I
found
saw
that?
I saw that too. Got the
What the
Rayquaza gift.
fuck is Rayquaza doing?
All right. Here's the thing. Dubsy's played pretty bad in every game, in my opinion.
Hmm.
So, sorry, Dubs.
This is the game. This is the game he's gonna bring.
Yeah.
Like, look at this team. Like, dude, Rotom Heat is gonna have to do.
Coco Lucha does
that-
not sweep you. Get out of here, dude. All right.
Not Lucha.
All right.
That's not the
I'm
I'm not saying
if I'm
anything
keeping it, if
is
I'm keeping it a buck,
Hold
Here's
on,
the
the
like,
question
thing.
is, before I say that, is this video gonna go up before tomorrow? Because I don't want Dubs hearing the tech I'm going on.
Okay. Yeah. No. Don't. It's probably gonna go up tonight.
All right, then I'm not saying anything. I'm not
All right.
saying-
Yeah. So we'll keep going with
but
generalization.
no, but for real.
Sorry.
But for real, like Lucha is not the problem. The problem
Yeah.
is Coco. 'Cause, like he has a Deblade.
Yeah. Lucha comes in.
Yes.
You bring in Deblade. Oh, Lucha can't do anything, and it burned its seed.
The problem I have with this team is Aloe doesn't fucking die.
Aloe dies.
Aloe's
Get outta here.
gonna be annoying. It will be annoying.
Aloe doesn't die, except
Dude,
I have
I-
a T-Tar Men's Buzzwole.
Baby
fucking-
I just
T-Tar
have a
doesn't
Roserade
even
that gets a
kill, I
piece
don't
like.
think. That thing is fucking fat.
Okay,
T-Tar
bring
is
it.
like-
Here's the
T-Tar
thing.
T-Tar is not
Roserade.
Okoing.
Bitch,
Bring
you
T-Tar's
gotta-
gonna get
Yeah,
burnt.
fuck off.
bring in Roserade and click T Spikes. You know he's not
Yeah,
bringing
Bro,
Dragalge.
because his Alo set's like Scold Toxic. Bitch, that's Roserade's fucking dinner.
Anything is
This is
Roserade's
Roserade's
food.
wet
Like
dream, for
Ice Beam
real.
does too.
Yeah.
Ice Beam literally does.
All right. It does 20 at most from like up to a bulky Roserade.
Still, Roserade can fucking heal up and then just toxic shit.
Exactly, and it can get up spikes or T Spikes. Like it's. Man, get out of here, Justin. You have a good matchup.
This match is like she's gonna get 6-0 by Tapu Koko. Watch, you're gonna see.
I'll,
Tapu Koko.
I'll get into depth with you guys about it after this, but there are some more concerns. I'm not
What
going to
if
spring.
what if
yet.
Mets gets to +1? Then what? Like, what does he do?
He has he clicks the X button. But wait, he has the Steelix though. He has the Steelix.
Okay, true,
Plus
true.
one Ments does not kill Aloe. That's how. Full,
Okay,
that's
how much does
fucking
Aloe do
shit.
back?
He toxics.
He
Bitch, bring
toxic.
Lumberry, bitch.
He-
Bitch, bring Lumberry.
Or I bet Z. Get out of here, Justin,
No,
dude.
that's why I did Sky Strike.
Wait, Sky
Sky
Strike
Strike-
doesn't kill at +1.
Does not kill a +1.
Okay, here's the
Jesus,
thing.
that fat piece of trash. What the hell? Why
Again,
is that so fat?
What does he do back?
Toxic.
So, he
He's gonna click
toxic.
Ice Beam.
He
Ice
toxic.
Beam's gonna do
That's
like
it.
50.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but
Ice Beam's
then
gonna
he
do like
but then he
50.
dies in 7 turns.
yeah, like he. Aloe, it takes a hit, but it does not beat it. That's the point.
Dude,
That's the point. Yeah.
I gotta run this count.
It takes a Sky Strike. It switches out, and then I don't have Sky Strike.
Yeah, wait. Okay. What? Yeah, but then you get
Into
another
what?
kill. Exactly. Into what?
I mean, if you throw and click D-Claw, then he can go into Coco and then just keep doubling back. But
Mhm.
Just.
Mhm.
Oh, God, you're
yo,
winning.
just
Get outta here.
double back between Lucha and Coco. Wait, never mind. That's
All he has to do
Does
is
he have-
lure
does he have
the
any
Z
intimidators?
fly.
no.
No. He's gonna lure the Z fly and then go to Steelix, and then Steelix is just gonna roar you out.
Fuck
How about
yeah.
that?
And then you
How
set
about
up
that?
again.
This could,
'cause,
I could bring Z Hydro Pump Salamence for like the 4th week in a row.
Oh,
that's the play.
What is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alo's gonna sit there and just laugh
Yeah,
at that.
Z Hydro Pump gets an Aloe.
All right.
Alo's gonna,
Let's move on. We're
Alo's
just
gonna
talking about
load.
Aloe.
Alo's gonna low. Like that's cute.
All right.
Why
I
does
hate
Ice
that
Beam?
fish.
Why does Ice
Or just
Beam-
not bring out Salamence till the end and let Rose
True.
Raid do
Yeah,
the work.
wait. Last
Dude,
mon
Aloe-
Mence, he can't roar it.
Dude, Ice Beam 2-hit KOs. That is not setup fodder. Like
All
Ice
right.
Beam is.
Wait.
an easy
What if
2-hit
he
KO.
roosts? Then it does like 30.
Then he toxic stalls me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roost once, and then
On
you're
the
good.
toxic,
Yeah,
on the Ice
DD.
Beam, and then you roost again on the toxic, and then you're useless now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
whatever.
No,
Who cares?
no,
All right, let's move
Aloe's
on.
not set up fire, okay?
Alright, let's not get into depth here.
Okay.
This
Not
is
against
pick'em.
Mets, at least.
Okay, next up in the East, the B-Drills v. the
Next
Carnivines.
Mets.
9 votes for Jake, 2 for the Carnivines. Both teams have not been playing great, but let's look at the matchup. All right.
Yeah, looking at the
Show
matchup, Cartanado.
Cartana, you right.
Cartanado.
Just bring HP fire in like 3 things.
That's
Alright,
fair.
People really need to start doing that. Like, Cartana is that worthy of a threat. You really should just start saying screw it.
yeah, but
Anything
you know what Barton doesn't have? A dark
What?
resist.
That's true.
True,
That is
against
true.
a Weavile team?
Weavile's pretty scary.
Bro, just
Looking at the team, what's the Weavile check?
fuck
There-
low
there we go.
kick. Just bring HP fire Weavo.
Exactly.
That's
I'm sure
hilarious.
that kills. You need like very little investment to kill. And Weavile, it outspeeds like his entire team. I'm sure Admin
Unless it's
outspeeds.
Scarftana out like
Scarftana is an unlock.
then if it's Scarftana, like he's got plenty of like
Yeah.
shit he could switch out into if he clicks a move.
Mm-hmm. Arachnid's pretty good here with HP Fire. Gyarados is his only good answer,
Check, it's closest thing to a check is Gara.
and it doesn't get recovery, so that's cool.
Gara is like so crucial to this game because it's the only thing that switches into Weavile.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's got to bring a defensive Gyarados.
Yeah. Yep, that's literally what he has to bring. But hey, defensive Gyarados is pretty
Defensive
decent.
Gyarados
With
ain't
the rest talk with the Dragon Tail,
Yeah, it's not bad here.
it's not bad against this team. I think that's his best bring.
Mm-hmm. What's his
Now,
like?
what's the item? Is he gonna bring leftovers, or is he gonna bring like Wakanberry for the Embor?
I mean, he could just bring the Z move just so that way he doesn't take the extra knock damage.
Yeah,
That is that.
I think that's the play. I don't know, but I don't know. And then even then, like Exploud, if he doesn't bring Dusclops, like it can sort of just boom burst the team. Because I
I
mean,
wonder how much. I wonder how much
It's still
Dusclops.
scrappy. Dusclops is still not taking
Yeah.
it.
no, Dusclops
It's-
takes it.
It takes it pretty
takes it.
comfortably though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like it's
'cause
probably something like 35.
It's 130 Spit F plus a Violet. It's so
yeah, plus
fat.
a Violet. It's fatty.
Yeah,
That's 48
That's
feet.
true. I always forget how fat Dusclops is.
it's so good.
Dusclops is fat. It's just so passive. If Dusclops could do things like, if it had like Dusknoir's power,
Mm-hmm.
it would be
It's got
way
such a
better.
good move pool, but
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, Jake's really got the matchup here. Have we agreed on that?
Yeah, he does, and I think that's why he got all the votes. But it's gonna be about how he plays it,
Mm-hmm.
because like there's so many threats on the Carnivines like
Mm-hmm.
that can just go in.
Yeah, like if Jake doesn't bring the right team, like
Jake was
Xurkitree and
bitching
Volcarona
about
is too locked.
Lycanroc.
Yeah, Lycanroc
Yeah.
is not a threat, in my opinion. It can do a
I
decent
like
amount,
Lycanroc.
but
It can do
Palossand,
stuff. Yeah, but the thing is, Palossand just gets crunched on. Like
Yeah,
with
but, like,
hazards up, like
Culver Berry, Earth Power, it's
true,
dying.
true. It's gonna die. And
Yeah, like
you can't stay in on it anyway. Even if you're like Bandit Crunch, you need to make sure
Mhm.
he's not Cobra. You have
Yeah.
to predict it coming and click Crunch, and even then, I don't think it's too close.
yeah,
If he's Cobra,
yeah, like man.
the one thing that
It's-
really
it's
benefits
just-
Jake in this game is the fact that his Barden's hazard control hates and all of Jake's setters like
Yep.
Zatu and Lando for his removal cannot stay in on Arachnid because it can kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Palisade setting up rocks.
Yeah, and like webs against this team, plus Weavile, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Gyarados
'cause-
is the only answer. Period. Scarftana is not
period.
an answer anymore.
Nope. Neither is like Scarf.
Scarf Zerk.
Xerxes.
Yeah.
And
That's
Volcarona
not
going to
very
minus
modern.
-1 speed from the get go is going to be harder to get that momentum back.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we ready to move on?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up in the East, last game. We got the Groningen, yeah, whatever.
Groningen.
Groningen. Gallades. Versus the Birmingham Vulpix. 2 votes for the Gallades, 10 for the Vulpix. Let's look at the matchup. All right. All right. So we're on to the third coach.
We.
Yeah.
I
so,
mean,
right.
it's a sad state of affairs when DS's really poorly constructed team has a good matchup.
Yeah, man. DS's team is not good, but I know he's a competent player. He's and here he does have the matchup. I voted for DS. So did most of the other people. He's 2-1 for a reason.
Like I'm looking at this, Garchomp just destroys the team. I don't see a switch in.
Well, there's Gramble. There's Gramble.
Gramble's busted. Yeah. I love Gramble. Gramble's sick.
Gramble in the round 2 slot.
On the reverse side, Raptor kind of just clicks Brave Bird and breaks the team.
Raptor just clicks buttons.
I'd rather have Gramble than fucking Unmon Alola Tails.
All right, get out of here. So,
but
yes,
but for real,
Raptor,
like Staraptor's super scary this game. But like, and he's gonna probably bring like Helmet Chomp because that's pretty much because like you look, he clicks
like
a button.
Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet plus Recoil. Staraptor's dying.
Yep. Staraptor's gonna die. Like I said, that's the best check.
Oh my god, is he bringing Roost Staraptor?
I mean, he could, and now it's not as big of a threat anymore. Like, you bring Roost Raptor.
That's what's called Magnezon's less of a threat because he's not locked in and can go for close combat.
True.
Yeah. That's true. But the thing is, like, is Magnezone really gonna try to switch in on a Raptor? Like, it's gonna take a shit
I mean,
ton.
looking at this team, yes, I think it is.
I need to see this because, like, I'm pretty sure Staraptor just.
Yeah, no. Magnezone's the best switch into a Brave Bird.
Yeah.
Well, this like a rough night take from this thing, Staraptor.
It has lefts. Okay. Like around 4 times.
Bandit Brave Bird does not Brave Bird. Double Edge does 52 to 61.
To Mag?
To a Magnezone.
All right. Hold on. What is it? It does that much to everything.
To 50. Yeah, like
Magnezone exactly. That's the point. Magnezone isn't a switch in.
Nothing is.
I guess if he's max defense, he's got to just not come in on a. He got to not come in on a close combat if he's max defense.
Ugh.
But like even then, like close combat, that's gonna do it. Man, this gonna do a lot.
Yeah, so it's basically gonna be how well he can play around what the Raptors locked into. Because close combat
I think
plus stab.
I think Garchomp is just his best bet. Like
yeah, but then even then you can't run an offensive Garchomp because of it. Ugh.
No. Like just make it kill itself. If it's gonna get kills anyway, make it die before.
Wait, Incen gets Intimidate.
Yeah, it doesn't switch into close combat.
Yeah, but if it's locked.
Yeah, that's the point. He's got to predict. All right, whatever.
All right, then hold on, but then he's got guard too. So he's got 4 times resist for CC. I mean, if he's choiced, if he's choiced, then he has options for switch-ins.
Okay, but Gardevoir's physically frail, so if it's not CC and that comes in, that's dying.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm just saying it like hey, he has to predict, but it's not impossible.
But like I think against this team, I really truly believe like Double Edge is just spammable. Like what is like Magnezone's gonna take a lot. Mm-hmm. It's really, really spammable. Like guard, like nothing else really comfortably comes in besides Mag, but Mag gets 3 codes, so it can come in 1 time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think Garchomp is a little bit more reliable. Just if it's gonna get kills anyway, make him just die.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think, in my opinion, that's the way to limit it to the least amount of kills. Because in my honest opinion, if he plays it right, I don't see it not getting at least 2 kills. But like with Garchomp with helmet and skin, like I think he just doesn't get any besides the one.
Hell, I'm sure Endure Chomp, he'll just die to recoil before Chomp dies.
Yep, I think he'll die. I think he'll die to recoil before Chomp even loses his one kill. So yeah.
But yeah, so other than the Staraptor,
besides that really big threat, what else is there really?
Machamp's pretty good.
The Guzz.
Yeah. Machamp is kind of scary.
The Guzz is not very scary in my opinion.
I mean, setup Jirachi can always be a threat, but you gotta worry about Ditto reverse sweeping you.
Yep.
Ditto. Calm Mind Jirachi doesn't touch other Calm Mind Jirachis. I think he's fine. Yeah, and if he brings sub, Ditto isn't a threat. I think Jirachi can do a lot. Alright, shut the fuck up.
Was it dual stab? But the thing is, dual.
I feel like we're gonna have an upset. We're gonna thank Chew for it, basically, because that's why everyone picked Vulpix.
The question is, what does Calm Mind Jirachi bring for Incineroar?
Exactly.
Does it get EP or no?
No.
Yeah. Okay, but like, if you're bringing Calm Mind 3 attacks, then you are getting reverse swept by Ditto.
Yeah, if you bring an attack to hit Incineroar, it'll hit you back and you'll die.
Calm Mind Wish is the play, and then hoping Garchomp is dead. Just hope it's dead.
Which it might really be, because like you said, the big pressure Staraptor might just force him to
or the Guzz.
All right, let me just get Noah out of here real quick.
On the other end, though, like that PZ can be a little bit of a threat if it's like Nasty Plot with a move to hit Jirachi, like Shadow Ball or something.
Yeah, PZ can definitely do a lot of work here. Even
I think PZ can break pretty well against this kind of team.
Man, PZ's pretty good.
Shadow Ball hit Jirachi and Delmise.
Yeah, and then a setup Venomoth could also. I could see a late game sweep from that.
Yeah, me too. I can see Venomoth kind of being a little scary, but he does have Entei's Extreme Speed. So as long as he plays it correctly, gets the appropriate damage on it, and then E-Speed to make sure it's dead. But yeah, I don't know. This one, in my opinion, is more difficult to figure out who's got the advantage, because both teams are kind of.
I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, but, it can go. It depends. The players are going to decide this matchup, in my opinion.
Slap has never played in MPC.
Sorry, the Glades really do have some strong breakers.
Yep, and there aren't great walls on the Vulpix's side, other than like Chestnut, which dies to Staraptor, and Entei.
And Entei, yep, and PZ. Well, PZ's on his team, so
yeah.
But yeah,
it takes on Machamp at least.
I want to watch this match actually, because I want to see how the players play it.
But yeah,
I expect Ditto to come.
I do too, but
you always got to bring Ditto.
Well, especially against this like hyper offense team, like slow ass hyper offense.
Slow hyper offense, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's hyper offense. He's got thick mons. He's got Claydol, Swampert, Cradilly, Delmise, and Gramble, and Jirachi.
Offensive, I think
it's still damn offensive though. Look at them, just look at the stats on like 120, 130, 120, 115, on 130,
And his special attack, he's very physically offensive. That kind of having that much in one stat isn't that good, because he has no real special attackers.
Yep, and then Regice is kind of useless. So
you're just takes on the Guzz, the huge threat you're mentioning.
Yeah, dude. The Guzz. Right.
And I'm sure it takes a hit from Raptor. But okay. We've talked about this team for
it takes
10 minutes.
CC from Raptor.
Alright, fuck off. It probably does. Okay, we're done. Alright.
We're done with it.
Yeah, so that has been the long ass week 3 pick'em show. And yeah, we will see you guys next week with week 4.